republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Let us pray. Dear Lord, we're just so thankful for another day that you allowed us to see, dear God. We ask now that you bless our council members that are here, bless those who may be on their way, bless our department heads, bless our city manager. God, we ask that you continue to bless all the citizens of Dillon, and let us be fiscally responsible and make the best decisions for the citizens and for our city. In your name we pray and give thanks. Amen.
Amen.
Okay. Press. Our special call meeting. Close the budget year. There we got two more coming. I guess before they come, any of y'all have any specific questions you might want to go ahead and dive into? We're going to have some time to get back on.
I got a couple of questions I'll ask there. To the employees. I'm reading here 21 salary employees. I didn't know we had 21 salary employees.
Where are you reading that?
There's the 2016-2017 wastewater budget.
That's 21 employees.
21.
Yeah, employees in the wastewater, water and sewer. 21 employees' salary increases, not salary.
Gotcha. So we only have 6. How many employees do we have with the city?
Full-time? 21, what is it? Is that 69 including council? Yeah. But that includes you 7 also. Am I correct?
We got about 9.
It doesn't include us, though.
Not in increase, no.
Okay. So it would be 69 and 21, which would be 90 full-time employees.
On the air pack, I know we're doing them in intervals of 10.
Yeah.
But looking back at last year's, I'm looking at, we're going to end up paying $24,000 more dollars. Like last year we paid $5,700.
No, actually it was higher than that, because when we broke it back down to paying the $50-some odd thousand initially was, there were 30 and we just broke it up into 10. But when we got it redone, it was higher because we were buying less amount at the time.
So is that actually $6,500 per?
65,000, yes, sir. For all 10, that is correct. Last year we spent $64,344 on those 10.
Glenn, I've seen this year, the first year, I've been on council 7 years, I've never seen y'all give me anything as far as people requesting money from different things going on. And I've kind of briefly read over the best I can. And I've had people call me, and I've even attended some of the, and I think the mayor went to the unveiling of the landmark. And I'm reading down here that, no money was given to the Dillon Historical School Foundation. Now, and I'm not going to try to get off course, but I know the county gave some money.
But not out of their fund, and we can do the same thing.
And that's fine. But I feel like we should give them a little, and it's going to be up for debate because I think the county had a big issue because of, the tourism thing, and I don't know how Todd feels about it. But I think if the county gave a little bit of money, and they're trying to renovate the old auditorium, I think we should, kind of give them something also. I don't know what the other council people think.
And that will be brought back to you at your July meeting.
Okay.
Because that's the same thing the county did.
Okay. I tell you, I really, we talk about the salaries for the employees. I'm still stuck on that. I don't know what the other council members talked about with the police officers. I think it's up for discussion on how y'all feel about it. I got an email from Glenn, and I know y'all got an email. I would really like to see these police officers get a better increase than what Glenn and them recommend it. I don't know what y'all feel about it. I'd like to hear y'all's input before I go further.
Well, I think that it would have been an appropriate time in April to have brought that. And here we are, I mean, we're the last hour. We operate without a budget tomorrow if we don't pass this tonight. I think it's great. I don't think we can pay them enough for what all they do. But, to come the last hour to do it, I don't think we can.
Well, Dr. Wallace, is it fair to the employees that we get this at the last minute? I mean, looking back at last
We've had
year.
an opportunity, how many years you been on the budget, on council?
7 years.
Okay, so you know that every year this time, we do budget this time of year, and we start thinking about it in March and April. That's the time that you bring your changes, not in the last hour.
We can't get this information at the last minute and then try to come up with a resolution.
You ask for it at the last minute.
No, I didn't ask for it last minute. I asked for it at the last council meeting. That was good. Well, I talked about it beforehand, but I just think it's still happening.
And I'm not trying to be hard, Johnny, and I think these officers, maybe they do deserve more. It's not like we're in the cellar. We're exactly in the middle. We're very competitive with Marion and Mullins, which is, I don't know where Bennettsville comes and pays theirs, so much more. But, I think we're just, we're in the last hour. We operate without a budget tomorrow if we don't do something.
Well, I understand that. I believe we can, come up with something. We don't, if we go with what the recommendation of what Glenn has suggested. What does the other council members think about it?
I think it should be just in the past, like last year we visited back, in September. We can always come back and visit salaries and see how the budget's going at that time and then increase it at that time, because I think we've done that. Last year, when was it?
Well,
September?
what we did was we gave them, at Christmas, we gave them a bonus.
Right, but
because we had a good experience.
Right, but one year we came back and increased the salary of the police officers during the budget year.
You did, and you did.
Right, so it's not something we can't do eventually, and I kind of agree with what Johnny's saying, and I agree with what Dr. Wallace is saying. This isn't, now is not the time because we got a balanced budget.
We should
have
have
done
done
correctly. Okay, and in order to do that, they're going to have to redraw everything, and I agree with what both of you said. We cannot pay them enough. I've got friends that's on the police force, and so I agree 100% that we cannot pay them enough.
But, like looking at the other salaries, so, what are we trying to do? Then it's fair to that,
Well, Ms. Manning, the more I look into it, you got, like I said before, you got some police officers who's had the rank of a sergeant for many, many years. And when we gave an increase before, they weren't able to get the increase because they were, above the threshold. You can explain that.
That's correct.
You can, if you
No,
want to.
They were above the threshold.
And some of them missed out on raises. I don't know who specifically they were. Glenn knew more about it than I do. But, we're never going to get them unless they get an increase without the council always giving a cost of living raise. If they can go to the new police chief and say, he recommends they get an increase in pay, then that's how they'll get an increase. But they rely on us as a council to give them a raise. Well, back then, some of the sergeants that were above that pay grade, they didn't get anything. If I'm making any sense. But,
They got whatever salary increased cost of living. They didn't get the jump that those that were less experienced in the rank that moved up.
When you figured what we got in the email, was that figured with the 3.4% increase, or was that figured before the 3.4%?
That is correct. That is what's in place today.
Okay. So with a by the time I got it up. So, that was 32,000.
But now that's starting salary for,
32.
Right, so with a $32,000 salary with a 3.4% increase, not your estimate or not.
About $1,000.
So then we're looking at starting at 30.
no, sir. That's not, no, sir. I'm not disputing your $1,000.
Oh, we're not including them in the 3.
That's salary, that is what that rank's starting pay is.
Okay, got it.
Now, I
But
do
whatever
have,
they are, they get a.
yes, and now I do have in place, and I think I explained to you last month, is whatever we give in percentage or in a lump sum of money, 50% of that percentage or 50% of that half lump sum of money is included in the starting salary.
This also doesn't include overtime.
No,
Okay, do you know, I mean, just thinking, wonder if Bensville even allows overtime?
they do, we've got
Okay.
that, they do. And Bennettsville is a little different in that they are what we call an electric city and a gas city. Not only do they sell water and sewer, they sell electricity and natural gas to their customers. And they can use those monies on the general fund side.
Okay.
I don't think they use their water and wastewater on the general fund, but electric and gas, they move money back and forth.
I mean, right now, the way they got it projected, Douglas, is that a sergeant with a 3.4% would be a 51% raise. And, you know, if you go up to $10.45, that's a 36 cents on the hour.
You're talking about starting.
Yes. I mean, but you take the salary employees, I mean, they get a hefty raise if we give them a 3.4 on their annual salary. Is it fair?
And we could be done both ways, I mean, to justify.
I mean, if we really want to cut to the chase and make it even across the board, just do $500. But I don't want to settle for that. I want these police officers to get some type of increase. I understand Dr. Watts what he's saying, 11th hour. And I know we talk about we can
If we
revisit
do
this and
500
this.
now, Johnny, they're gonna lose, everybody's gonna lose money, and the city's gonna gain
The
money.
salary people's gonna lose the money. The hourly people's not gonna lose the money.
Probably breaks off somewhere around 23.
Yeah, we figured it up, if they were making over $10 an hour at.
If you make $10 an hour,
It would be a $600 increase versus a $500.
$707 is what it is.
Well, I think that one reason
Man, make
why
it
we
$10.
decided to do it this way was because we have done it $500 for the last couple of years. So basically, you know, we've had a minimal increase in the higher end pay people. They've had a minimal increase, and you know, do I think anybody's ready to leave because of that? I'm not sure, but we've got good people. I've got good people that are heads of these departments, running our sewage treatment plant. You know, we kind of, how long has it been that we've done the $500 increase?
we did it last year.
What about year before? What we
I think we did 500.
You done it the year before.
So, and
It's
then
probably been 3 or 4 years
do
or longer
anything.
since we've done a 3.4.
Since we've done it,
That's my question. That's my whole problem.
What I'm saying is that we have increased the lower end, you know, $500 like you suggested for the last 2 years and really kind of not done anything. And the year before that, I'm not sure we didn't do anything.
Right, but what I'm saying is 99% of the employees that work for the city of Dillon rely on us to give them a raise. No employees get raises. That's why I'm saying we need to look out for these employees.
Well,
I
I'm
mean,
not saying we have.
3.4% at $10 an hour, that's not no money, Dr. Austin, you know that.
We don't have too many making $10.
I don't know what happened.
Well,
You know, you get bogged down on pay, and you know, this is the toughest time of year with budget because, you know, I think I speak for all of us, you want to do everything you can for the employee, but we also got a fiduciary responsibility to the city's money. That's primarily number one. And, you know, I'm not going to make, y'all knew I was for the bonus this year, and actually bonus on the taxes. I was even wanting to do more than next year. And the reason for that is And I know this, in this ledger, there's contingencies and everything, because I do like how you do 3 columns now, more accurate on what we actually did under the mayor and council approval bracket, which is, to me, more legit. But when I add those up, basically just scanning over it, if you look at total revenues on the general fund for 2016 was 4.9 million roughly. If you look what we budget for 2017, we're at 5.5 million. Ooh, that's what we're projecting, and that's a considerable increase. And that's my concern with the city. On the water sewer side, on the 2016 actual revenues, even with the increase in the water and sewer rates, the actual revenue we brought in was 3.89 million. The budget for 2017, what we're going to project to come in is 3.6 million. So even with the increase, we're coming in with less revenues.
Yeah.
That's my concern with the.
It's not like we got a lot of cash that we need to distribute.
That to me, that's the bottom line. I mean, when I look at it, I called Janet today, the reserve fund, or the general fund, depreciation fund, is $1,028,000, if she told me, if I understood what she told me. That's before the expenditures for the garbage truck, the code enforcement truck, the air packs, and that's getting low, in my opinion.
I agree, I totally agree. We need to operate at margin for a few years.
I'm just back those.
But, that being said, we also are going to try to pay that back to
Yes,
ourselves.
that is correct. Instead of borrowing from the bank, instead of pay the bank, we pay
We're
ourselves.
going to pay
But
ourselves.
to go back to the pay, if we can, whether you, and we've talked about it on two different occasions, if I'm not mistaken, either 3.4% or 500, what have you. And I think last month they gave you a spreadsheet that showed you, or it may have read off, showed you what each one of those cost. At $500 for and I'm just talking about on the general fund side, for 69 employees, which would include retirement, FICA,
$35,000.
you're looking at $41,000 when you include all that in.
FICA.
Yeah. And if you went with the 3.4%, it was $98,000. So we'd save money by not doing 3.4%, by dropping it down. Because that would be a total of 98 versus 41 if it's 500. We can do 750. We can do 1,000. And still be less than what we budgeted for. If you wanted to do that.
I mean, y'all know the budget way more than we do. I mean, we all run in our other business and try to look after this. I mean, but I think it's aggressive, personally. But I don't know the ins and outs of it. When I look at the ledger statement, it looks aggressive. And that concerns me a little bit.
Aggressive meaning we're planning to spend a bunch. I hope we bring it in.
If we bring it in, that's my concern. And it's nothing to do with the good Lord. I don't think any of us have ever. We've always done something, whether it's a year in or a salary or something. We've always done that. And
we also do it at Christmas.
That's what I'm talking about on the year in bonus. And we always have paid 100% of the insurance cost that's going up, whatever. On it, but
which those places they have to pay.
And that's another thing I want to ask about the insurance. I mean, last year it went up $372 per claim. This year it goes up $360. But what's the difference with the insurance?
Nothing. Let me tell you something.
So if there's nothing, why are we changing?
We changed it by saving money.
But it still went up.
Yeah, it still went up.
Okay, and with that being said, what's changing with the insurance? Let's go back to
what you said for the $372.
What is it? $2,500? You said something about the double.
$2,500.
Well, the company we had was wanting how much more per employee?
Everything's the same.
The company we were with was wanting how much more per employee?
500 and 30
And
some
the
odd
state with the
dollars.
company we were with, it was gonna be over a $500 increase per employee. By going with the company we changed to, it was only a $300 some increase.
But, now, they bring it to me a little bit. But, the insurance companies is shedding a little bit of their liability. The deductibles are going up, okay? I mean, I think as far as employee, there's no difference. Did you just say?
On the,
On the coverage,
coverage, the
Yeah.
coverage is the same, it's just the deductible's gone up from, what was it?
1,000
to 2,500, but the city's just gonna go in
That's another
And-
big component of what we're
and
giving.
help take care of the
is that-
deductible.
Is that the
They'll
city's,
take care of the deductible. Hey,
we've done that for
Yeah,
years.
we have.
they establish HSA accounts,
Yeah.
savings account, which when it goes up, the city is picking up that difference. You know, that day.
I just didn't know what the
And
difference
they don't
was.
know that.
The difference as far as service is the same.
Okay.
The only other difference is just like anything else, cost increase, they came in, TCC came back as a lower cost for what it's gonna cost per employee versus what the people we have as of today, Star Mark, did last year. They came in lower than TCC.
Overall, was Star Mark good insurance?
Yeah. But this year, their costs were much more than what TCC's cost was gonna be for premium.
it's all a scheme. You gotta see those EOBs.
Is this a typo right here where it's, no, it can't be between the employees?
And the only other thing on a specific fund, I know public works. Real fast. Public works is the service department.
That's street, yeah, service, garbage, all that's called.
Okay, so when Barbara retired, we aren't replacing her.
Yeah, we hired a secretary for less money.
Well, in that sense, I mean, that brings up another question, Mayor. Do we advertise these jobs in the paper?
I get applications on a daily
Well,
basis.
why don't we advertise these jobs?
Don't need to.
And we get applications on a
I
daily
mean, we might have a
basis.
better candidate. We need to advertise these jobs.
If that's what y'all prefer, we can. Now, we advertise, we
Find
advertise,
somebody sufficient. I mean, that's,
We need to advertise these jobs. That's only the fairest things. I mean, there might be other people who want to apply for the job. You might have people you want to for the job. I think it's only fair you advertise for the job. You just had another guy leave the wastewater. You gonna advertise for that job?
I have stacks of applications, Mr. Elton. I mean, y'all pass a policy that says we advertise, we'll
I mean,
advertise.
you got applicant, you got a bunch, I don't want you spending time shedding ass. And so you got, as long as you got a inventory of applications, I think it's okay. If, of course, I guess if a Class A operator comes in, you need
That's
to
a
advertise a
different,
job.
for a labor job, we
How do
just
they know?
think.
Well, you know, a secretary, you go,
How do you know about a Class A, Tom?
well, he'll advertise.
I'll advertise something like that. Something that takes skill, we advertise for.
But, you know, everything else is, as far as I'm concerned.
What do y'all want to do on salaries?
I mean, I'm back to, you know, as far as you talk, we got it, boom, we're good, and if I'm okay. I mean, I just gave you the figures I saw. I mean, that opened my eye a little bit, but that's, you know.
Now, mind you, this is a proposal, this is a recommendation, this is left up to y'all.
It has to be passed tonight.
But I mean, if you want to
My
change,
feeling is we ought to stick with what we have with the budget. And I'm open to looking at, you know, increasing it. But right now, we don't have the revenue. I mean, we have dropped in every depreciation fund we have. It's not a time of great wealth. In a time of great wealth, I mean, I like the way we do it at Christmas. We've had a good experience, we can give you a bonus. We've had a bad experience, we can't afford bonus. So we had to do it in my office. You work hard, you get a little extra. If you don't work hard, it's not there. I mean, we don't have it.
You know,
We can't go back in the back and start cranking that machine
Well, I
to
tell you
make money.
this, I don't vote for a 3.4% increase for the salary growth. I can tell you that now. So you know, y'all do what you want to do. If anything, you make it $500 across the board.
Well, I agree, that ought to be a minimum. I mean,
Everybody will have a minimum.
I agree, that's what it is.
I mean, basically what you're saying is you don't want to pay them,
I sure don't.
but you're gonna sacrifice another $160, $170 to those people that you're giving the $500 to.
I think the 3.4% should go on the hourly and the 500 go to the salary. That's how I see about it. Then you get more for the hourly person. I mean, that's at the minimum.
And you know what? I would say that's good if we've done something for those people, you know, in the past. I mean, I make the motion that we pass the budget as is.
I second.
All in favor? All opposed?
I oppose.
I'm opposed. I mean, I'm causing it on, but I'm fine with the majority.
But can you amend the vote?
Amended in what way?
Well, I would like to come back and put in there for the police officers to give them a dollar raise across the board. For this fiscal budget.
You can make the motion, yeah.
I'd like to make a motion.
Well, then how are we gonna balance the budget?
Well, you know, it's made the motion. You got a second? So I hear none, then that fails.
Okay, I would like to make the motion to look at it again, and if we have a good experience, maybe mid-year we can give them an increase. But we gotta pass a budget. The budget needs to be responsible, and it needs to be balanced. So I make the motion that we look into it later this year and, you know, and see what we can do for them. When we get a little better, you know, idea of what's going to happen with this budget that we kind of predicted we're going to bring in more than we did last year. So I made the motion that we look into making increases during the fiscal year.
Across the board. Well, let me be clear what you're suggesting. You're making a motion that
We're going to do
pass.
3.4. We're doing that. We passed that.
Yeah, that budget has already been passed.
But I would say that if we're having a good experience and things, I'm not opposed to looking at giving them, and I would say do it at the, you know, Christmas.
Who is them?
Huh?
Who is them?
Give everybody
Okay.
something at Christmas, like we've done in the past. We're having a good experience. We'll give them a bonus at Christmas. That's not etched in stone. But everybody's happy when we can do it.
But that in the past has been in lieu of a salary increase.
That is correct.
Not the first time we did it.
No,
First
you
time.
did an increase and that
You did
one
Exactly
year.
right. We just did it that one year when we didn't give them an increase. We said we would give them something at Christmas if we were having a good experience. That one year, but most of the time when we've given them bonus at Christmas, it is not, you know, we've given them a raise.
Something now that when you give them the bonus at Christmas, that does not go towards their retirement. You know, any other salaries does, but that does not. Retirement cannot come out of your bonus anymore.
Correct. I have the wage of 2 years in the city, and when I first looked at it, I thought I was going to say, oh Lord, they're way behind pride in industry. That ain't the case. That ain't the case.
What are you referring to?
They're well paid, in my opinion, compared to
Who's well paid? Who you talking about?
the city as a whole. Employees, right, as a whole. You don't have anybody leaving. Turnover is very low. I mean, that ought to tell you right there.
We got the higher turnover in the police department.
Well, police department can be, I mean, I get your point on that.
But probably all the police departments across the state's a higher turnover.
You ought to compare that to
But you can
nationwide.
alleviate that if you pay them a decent.
No,
Well, I got a buddy left Bennettsville to go to Horry County. I mean, it happens.
Bennettsville does.
Huh?
That's Bennettsville.
So
We're
what
talking
Horry
about the
County
city
think?
of Dillon.
I agree, but you also wanted him to come back and compare the compared to salaries in Bowens, Marion, and Bennettsville. And they did, and we're higher than Bowens and Marion, lower than
I
Bennettsville.
said earlier, some of the sergeants didn't get the step increase when we did it first initially. So are we done?
Motion.
On the budget, you passed that. Now, you never did anything with Dr. Wallace's motion.
Look at.
Does that have, I mean, we can look at it anyway.
Well, you can look at it, that's true.
All right, well,
I mean, you don't have to have a motion on that.
okay. I make the motion, we adjourn.
No, you can't, because you have
Something else
two
on
more items on there. You got your rate.
The budget and all that, so I make the motion that we pass, ordinance 1610, amended to order sewer rates.
I second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed?
Thanks.
1611.
We got 5 to 1 on that.
Right? I mean,
Ordinance 1611 on the sanitation rates.
I make the motion.
Second.
second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I oppose.
Opposed.
Second reading on ordinance 1609.
So you already done those.
Okay. Approval for the accommodations tax recommendations.
Make the motion.
The only question I have there is on the wellness center on the, not the wellness, the welcome center on the, here it is, PD tourism. This is, I thought the state funded the wellness center.
Well, this PD tourism doesn't have anything to do with welcome center.
We got something in here with the welcome center.
Pardon?
I thought we had something in here with the welcome center requested.
Brochures.
They do the brochures to go into the welcome center.
Is that under the PD tourism?
That is.
10,000. So we do $10,000 for brochures annually.
Wow. Sounds like my office. I'm quite technical.
It can go towards your ads and brochures on that.
That's what you
Yes, I did a breakdown for how much the board recommended.
Yeah, they came back and did just under that.
Unbelievable.
But, you know, that's left with y'all where you change that money where you want it to go.
When did they get that from y'all? I mean, was that been here a while as far as their recommendation?
Who, PD tourism?
No, the ATAX committee.
Did it last week.
Last week.
Yeah, last week. I always wait till my money comes in, till I know what I've got before I can have the meeting. But you, there's only a certain amount of entities. The ones you see on there is basically the ones that is able to get these funds because of the regulations and the laws. Because you got to show where, the tourism, when the reports go in, you got to show how much, you know, tourism related it was.
All right.
I got a question.
Yeah.
We're asking for $5,000 for the recreation department. Can't we get that out of the hospitality fund?
Sure.
And we can take the 5,000 and maybe give it, well, we can't give it like,
You can't use that money.
but maybe we can give it to the tourism or something, I mean, to the welcome center, give them an extra $5,000. I mean, we got money in the hospitality fund.
Well, they get about 10.
Well, they asked for more than that, didn't they?
If you don't want to do the recreation, I would suggest you give the 5,000 to the theater. If we're going to do some things there, we can use that money to do that. I mean, that's,
I'm for leaving it as a back, kind of like the budget. You might not like it, but you kind of got it
Well,
laid.
I can change it because I want the checks.
yeah, I mean.
I'm gonna write the
you
checks
can
tonight,
change,
so
or you can,
that you can
you
change.
don't have to pass those recommendations.
Well, it did
to the-
come from a committee we appointed, so they do oversight on it. It's not like it.
But they know that, you know, that this is your
Yeah.
last, you do the approval. Council does the approval.
All right, well, let's just hear, I have a motion.
I'll make a motion.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
I oppose.
And
So that's.
I have a motion to adjourn.
I made.
Second, all in favor? Y'all have a good night.